Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today I bring to you how strong is Smite Optimus Prime. Actually, this is one of my shorter scaling videos, but I do not mind because it's a very simple Optimus Prime to talk about. So without further ado, let's begin. Starting off with the Smite cosmology itself, everything is in this verse. So everything you know about the Greek, Norse, Babylonian, Egyptian, all of it is in there. All their realms, all their dimensions, and all their afterlives. Meaning that everything would count as obviously infinite in size with primordial constructs and stuff like that. You know, the whole shebang. Okay? Everything we know about Asgard, everything we know about Egypt and their realms, like the underworld, Hades' underworld, even the afterlives like Nirvana and stuff like that. They all exist within the Smite cosmology. There is no difference really between, well, no difference between their cosmology and ours, except obviously they would intertwine with each other, right? So with that being said, we all know that all these universes or all these cosmologies should be infinite in size, considering the fact that Olympus is in another universe being infinite in size. Now, Optimus, believe it or not, would scale to all these gods in terms of power. Now you might say, okay, how strong are these gods? That's great. Now, when it comes to the gods themselves here, they all have their own lore, already established, already contributing to parts of the cosmology. And this even includes beings like Kronos, who embodies the very concept of time. And you have gods that simply transcend Kronos, are beyond him, are stronger, more durable, tougher overall, okay? These gods all exist in their own, I guess you could say in the same power level. Keep in mind, even human-like characters like Mulan and King Arthur are able to scale to these gods because they were empowered by them, okay? So this means someone like Mulan can take on Thor. And I've actually done that myself. It was actually one of the funniest beefs I ever had with anyone in the game. And then you also have gods like Nox. Nox is a primordial, or one of the higher tier gods in the cosmology. Nox herself created the concepts of hope, misery, and love. She created these various concepts, meaning again, she's a vastly much larger contributor to the cosmology. And again, people are able to fight on par with her, overpower her, and even in some cases, if you really just want to go with the game, able to eliminate her. So again, these characters would ultimately scale to each other. And it's obvious Optimus would also scale to these characters and being able to harm them. Sometimes even, one-shot them. So you could even say there's a 10 times difference as well. Because again, in terms of like the, I guess how Smite tournament battles work here, the stronger you get, the more likely you are to just overpower your opponents. And I swear I'll be massively carrying my teams every day. Don't matter the character it is. Don't even matter if it's the weakest character. I'd be carrying people out here, man. Like just... whew. But let's also talk about one of the few other characters that you can honestly say is the most powerful. But again, everyone scales to him. That being Atlas, the Titan of the cosmos. You see, the funny part about it is the lore for Atlas is absolutely insane here. You see, Atlas not only holds up all of creation, he holds up the destruction of everything. And it's confirmed that if he were to just let that destruction go, okay, it would just wipe out everything. This includes the concepts. This includes the multiple universes. This means that Atlas, one of the more powerful gods in the verse, right, is holding back the destruction of the entire cosmology, which would actually put them at a complex multiversal, meaning that they're able to affect concepts, able to affect an infinite number of universes. And keep in mind, there are gods that were shown to be way more powerful. Gods like Cthulhu, Tiamat, and Shiva. Optimus would scale to all of them quite casually. Okay, he would have the strength, the speed, the durability. Keep in mind, this wouldn't mean every god would have to be, you know, faster than light and stuff like that, especially with the lore, considering the fact that Hermes is in the game as well. But keep in mind, this also means Optimus has some overpowered hacks resistance as well. He could be poison, burn, frozen, disintegrated, and this also means his body is more accepting to augmentations, meaning he can be healed, empowered, and or basically enchanted. Okay, so he has some hacks resistances, and he can even gain much larger hacks from teaming up with guys like Chang'e and even what's it called, Hera as well, and Aphrodite. So he could easily get augmented for, you know, his purposes, or even being able to resist various things like poisons, burns, and even being frozen. So he's got some overpowered hacks resistance. However, for skill, this one probably is going to be moving like Prime Devastation Optimus out here, because keep in mind, Optimus skill would be in the same comparable levels as people like Ares, Mulan, and Belliona, excuse me, and even Horus, who are noted to be some of the most skilled gods of their cosmologies. And Optimus, again, you could likely say is more skilled than them, given the fact that Cybertronians are millions of years old before even humanity can even, like, you know, crawl and stuff like that, or whatever. But keep in mind, here's another thing. While you could probably say this applies to all Cybertronians, which it honestly does, keep in mind that Cybertronians can adopt different fighting styles and automatically learn them. Now, while Skids is a special when it comes to that, he's a superpowered individual when it comes to that as well. Keep in mind, the average Cybertronian can learn anything at a rapid pace, meaning this Optimus could honestly have the skills of Ares, Belliona, Mulan, and Horus all put together and combined with his own. So, just to conclude, this Optimus would be complex multiversal, and he would be in the same tier as characters like Bayverse and Align Continuity Optimus. But that's going to be all for today, you guys, and y'all have a blessed day.